Good morning, St. Mary's. My name is Dominic Ostrowski, and this is my 3-minute testimony. I could figure out how to win football games and do well in school, but there was one thing I lacked: my true identity. I was a student at the University of Ottawa on a football scholarship, and in my first year, I sought out Catholic fellowship because I was scared to lose what I'd been holding on to by a loose thread: my Catholic faith. While I was doing well in sports and studies, I felt very low. But I did know that faith was the one thing in my life that was good and objectively true. I was involved in impure relationships and habits. I was also concerned with my personal success so much to a point where nothing else really mattered to me. I put all my identity into a sport that at the end of the day left me empty. Why did I do this? I did it because I loved football and I was really good at it. But football was where I got most of my recognition, and that is where I felt the most love. But what really happened was disappointment after my seasons came to an end. Needless to say, I always believed in God, but I didn't believe He had my best interest. I thought I was better off doing my own thing, and so I created my own image in sports and studies. Furthermore, I got in touch with the CCO, and without hesitation, I signed up for a faith study. In the beginning, I didn't think much of it. I've always heard of God's love before, but I never made it personal. It took some time until I was really affected by God's love. This happened once I offered Him up all of my passions. It was through a prayer of surrender. I asked God by saying, "I know I think I love these things, but I am tired of doing what I want to do. If this is not for me, please take it away." What was offered up was school and football. That was my image. I took so much pride in these things that subconsciously they were becoming gods. I thought the world had more to offer, but through experience, I was always let down. I had to let go to let God in. After this, I started to see what God had in store for my life. I began to find my true image in Christ. Now that I have made God number one in my life, He has saved me from idolizing sport in school. I was no longer obsessed with personal success. And He started to heal me from previous wounds in my relationships and habits. God helped me to love others the correct way. He showed me the truth and offered me wisdom. He showed me that He was always waiting for me to let Him in my life. Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. "Listen, I am standing at the door knocking. If you hear my voice and open the door, I will come into you and eat with you, and you with me." This is just the beginning, and not everything has been easy. My life didn't change overnight, and I certainly didn't do this by myself. But through the struggles, I am reminded by Jesus Christ that God will always provide, even when times seem dark. I still deal with daily temptations, and I'm a working process just like everyone else. He's helped me to go back to Sunday Mass and confession. Ultimately, He has helped me to rediscover my true image and identity, which is the Son of God. Inviting God at the center of your life doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. Trust me, I am far from perfect. What it does mean, though, is that whatever you go through in life, no matter how hard things may get, at the end of the day, you will fall back on Him as your strong foundation. I strongly encourage all of you, if you haven't already, to give God permission into your life. Thank you.